Hi there, welcome to Lockdown Golf Day number 27, and yes, I'm having a seat today. Today is all about cervical or neck rotation. So to do that we need to be able to sit down and have a detailed look at what actually happens in the neck. Now the simple test is this: we sit in a chair, we turn our head as far as we can one way, and as long as we can get our chin well and truly towards the tip of our shoulder, we know we've got sufficient rotation. Now some of you may find you get sort of halfway and things end up getting fairly tight in through the side which you're turning to. Others may also find that you turn and you feel a stretch more on the other side of the neck. So today I want to work on a couple of little exercises to try and help that should you have some stiffness in through the cervical spine. Okay, so if you turn towards the left and you feel a pull on the opposite side, or you turn to the right and you feel stretch on the opposite side, then it may well be that we've got some tight muscles in through our neck that are stopping us from getting that rotation. So a simple stretch is this: turn towards the point where you feel like things are tight, bring the opposite hand here over the back of your head, and keeping yourself nice and upright sitting, so no slumping, is just gently pull down until you feel more of a stretch through that opposite side, and hold that as a decent stretch for 20 or 30 seconds. Now when you release neck stretches, important really to release it nice and slowly. Okay, then you could do that on the opposite side. Turn to the point where you feel things are a bit tight, opposite hand over the back of the head and pulling down. Now I call this the sniff armpit stretch really, because you're trying to take your nose towards your armpit. Now if you want to make that stretch just that little bit harder, what you do is put your opposite hand underneath your bum to hold your shoulder blade down. Again, turn your head halfway and stretching down. Now if you feel a stretch in the neck, that's good. If you feel a little bit more of a tension in through the arm, it may be that you're getting a bit of nerve stretch. So don't push into it if you get that stretch, right? Only looking at some discomfort up through here in the way of a stretch feeling. Any real significant pain, then stop. And if you do have some problems with your neck and you want some further advice, then contact your local physiotherapist. Now, the other thing is sometimes we can have pain that when we turn towards the side, we actually get pain on the side of the way you're turning. Now, this can sometimes be that the joints on that side are a bit tight or a bit dysfunctional, as we would call it as a physio, and so we want to be able to stretch those joints out. Now, that's something that the physio would normally do some massage work for, or some mobilization, but we can simply use a little towel, okay, to do a bit of a stretch. So what we want is this is just an old golf towel of mine, but it's got the old salvage edge, so the bit that doesn't fray normally, and you want to be able to hold that nice and tight and flick it onto your neck here. So I'm pushing that salvage edge into my neck. Now you might find that some particular level here is the one that's tight. So try and stay about the level where you felt the stiffness. You might need to think about that quite hard to figure out what's going on there. Again, if you need any help, we're here to help. So if I was turning towards the left and I was feeling like there was tightness on that left side, what I can do is I can put this towel along that area where I feel it. I can pull down my right hand down towards my chest. This opposite hand here is going to go up towards my ear, because that's the sort of orientation where the joints of your neck live. They work more on a slope upwards. Okay, so we're going to bring that one up towards your eye, and then we're going to turn away from the side that we were had our pain in towards. So we turned towards the left and had pain on the left side. Then we're actually rotating to the right with this. Now I'm putting quite a bit of pressure up with this towel, but I'm not tilting my head in any way with it. I'm trying to simply do a rotation. So I'm pulling down with this hand, pulling up with that hand, and rotating. And what you would do here is just rotate on and off. Again, just to the point where you feel like you've got any discomfort. And what I can feel is it feels like the towel on this side here is pulling my neck around and giving that a bit of a stretch. Okay, so after you've done 10 or 15 of those, turn again in towards the left side and see whether that's relieved any of that tightness. If so, then continue to work away with that as a simple stretch. Alright, so there's a couple of simple exercises to try and work on gaining a little bit more rotation in the neck. It is something you have to be very mindful though of. If you do get any pain with any of these exercises, then please contact your health professional to get some further advice, because we don't want to upset people's necks. They might have a bit of osteoarthritis in there, and we just need to be a bit more careful about what we do. But see how that goes. Tomorrow we're going to look at the last assessment on the TPI screen, and that's all about wrist movement. So we'll go through that tomorrow with you. Keep safe for now. Hopefully it's going to stay a nice day and we'll get outside at some stage. Cheers.